Hello. I had a lovely first night in the cabin. Fortunately, I was smart enough to send up one of my French presses so that I can have my own coffee thing happening this morning and have my coffee in bed. It's a beautiful morning. It's going to be a beautiful day. I was thinking I would just spend one night and go back today, but back into Talkeetna. But today is going to be like the nicest day as far as the weather goes for a while, so I think I'm going to hang today and just do some swimming and fun laying around, do a little canoeing, maybe putter in the yard and start cleaning that up a bit. I see the swans across the lake in that spot, the first spot where we saw them. So that's very beautiful. I can't wait to see the footage of the cow and calf that I got last night. Wow, that was so cool. Guesstimate how much for one pot. I'm so used to making coffee for two. It's going to be a guesstimation. I think that's enough for a normal size cup. And the other thing I want to start working on is cleaning these windows, because it's going to really be a lot nicer when these windows are cleaned off. They're not going to come totally clean probably, but they'll come a lot better than this. Oh yeah, this coffee is gonna go down sweet. Even found a bag of cocoa and enjoyed the heck out of that last night. Alright, let's see how we did here. Oh, it looks good. Yeehaw. Ooh, yeah. Perfecto. It's going to be a beautiful day. There are the swans over there all the way across the lake in that spot. Hopefully they'll swim on by later and I can get some good footage of them. Yay, I'm so glad they're here. It's nice to see them back together again, if that is the same two swans as last year, which you would think that it is. Oh, that was cool. Thank you. That was a nice little flyby. Thanks, buddy. Fortunately, we're not too close to their nest. They tend to nest at the north end of the lake. This is just one of the places they like to come fish. I noticed that last year, too. They hang out on that branch This is, of course, a Bonaparte skull we're looking at. And they are so cool. They're so pretty and so fast. It's hard to get good footage of them. That's the cow and the calf again. Wow. This is like a nature wonderland right now.
Anyway, I was telling you, there's a couple of twins, 2-year-old twins. One's a boy and one's a girl.
Oh, how sweet. I hope I see them too.
And I hope Bruce didn't get one of those calves.
John was just telling me that there were 2 calves. So it's possible that
Well, that was
Brutus
just 3 or 4 days ago. I haven't seen any sign of him.
Huh. Well, maybe this is just a different family.
I hope so. I guess I'm tired. I mean, I love bears, but
They gotta eat too.
I get tired of seeing the carnage.
Yeah. Nature is harsh, no doubt about it. Alright, here comes the first boat ride of 2024. I'm taking you all with me. Let's see what we see. Days like this when I was young. I remember how the wind felt on my face, and I knew a dream come true had just begun, and I belong to this place. My tiny feet ran barefoot through these woods, though they hardly touched the ground at such a pace. I was wild and alive and life was good, 'cause I belong to this place. I belong like the sparkles on the water. I belong like the roots of every tree. Mother Nature's hapless human daughter. I belonged and this place belonged to me, and it wrapped its loving arms around my soul and assured me I was home and I was safe. And in time that little lake would make me whole, 'cause I belong to this place. I belong like the raindrops on the water. I belong like the shadows on the snow. Mother Nature's hapless human daughter found a home where a wild child could grow. Golden afternoons and sunlit nights, oh, the lullaby of loons and geese in flight, silver winter moons and northern lights, held promises of Junes and better times. And by the grace of this place, we'd all be fine. Like this when I was young. I remember how the sun felt on to be done, I'll come home to this place where I belong, like the lilies on the water. I belong like the pebbles on the shore. Mother Nature's helpless human daughter. I belong to this place forevermore. Yes, I belong and I have faith. I forever will belong to this place. So one of my little missions for the day is to put up my mosquito net, because even though the mosquitoes there's hardly any, which is such a blessing. I'm so grateful for that. You know, at night, these walls are not chinked or insulated, and there's just gaps everywhere, and they can come in. So all it takes is 1 or 2 mosquitoes to really mess up your night's sleep. So I am going to set up my bed net. So I got to bring a ladder in here, and I can't find a hammer. I guess I'll just use a rock. Need to lightly put some nails up in the rafters there just to hang my bed net. Fortunately, there is a foldable ladder here. So yeah, that's what I got to do. Oh, I hope it's not too tall. Well, yeah, that'll work. Suppose. Okay. Probably a couple in that one, which means I gotta get this like that. This is heavier than I thought. Alrighty, there we go. Okay. This is not going to be exciting, so I'll turn this off. You guys don't need to watch me do this. All right, this is it. This is the moment I've been fantasizing about from the moment we finished this dock. Here I go. It's not very deep. It's going to be a little froggy jump. Oh my God, that feels good. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh, it's so mucky though. Yeah. Woo! Oh, that mud is like 2 feet deep. Oy. Feels gross, I gotta say. Okay. Oh, that felt good. We'll do more of that. Whew. I gotta see if I can put something under to wedge this side and keep it from completely collapsing. Woo! All right. Okay. Time to do a little construction. Okay. It's not any kind of a permanent fix, but I'll show you what's going on here. Our pole here must have had a very rotten spot that we did not detect. So I have just wedged a piece of wood and some wedges under here just to give it support so it won't break the rest of the way while I'm bouncing around on the stalk this summer. And then if we don't manage to get it put back together, repaired any more permanent way this summer, hopefully it'll make it through the winter. And then we'll either replace that pole, well, we're going to have to replace that pole. And I think we may have to add a cross support in the middle because it's so long. The dock is so long, and those beautiful poles that we got that we liked so much because of their length and lightness turned out to not be strong enough to stand up to the weight of the snow. You know, you just cannot overestimate how heavy snow gets and the destruction it does. And this is why cabins collapse and all that stuff happens. So yeah, a little miscalculation there on our part. And like I said, it was beetle kill, those logs. So there was probably some rot in the very heart of it that we didn't see. That wasn't evident where we cut it. So hopefully my little wedge job there will keep it from breaking the rest of the way. We do what we can with what we've got. Yeah, everything's a jerry-rig situation. I think I need to make myself a little raft of some sort so I can go float around. Alrighty then, I'm feeling pretty accomplished. I got my mosquito net up. Hopefully that'll help tonight. And I wanted some lunch. All I have really is, well, one of the very few things I have is a couple of cans of beans. And I didn't have a can opener, so I put myself through my first, well, not my first, but yet another wilderness woman test. And I opened the can of beans with my Swiss Army knife can opener. And it worked. I did it. It was easy. And now I'm making some lunch with what I've got. And I've got some beans. And I happen to have a thing of garlic powder. And I happen to have some chili powder. And I brought up a few corn chips. So that'll be lunch. And that'll be good. Yeah. And I went swimming, and not only did I go swimming, as I showed you, but I also washed my hair, and I feel like $1,000,000. Oh, and it's just such a gorgeous day. I'm feeling very, very blessed. All of a sudden the loons are doing a little wild behavior out of the blue. It's almost 3 a.m. and I just wanted to capture for you guys the sounds and sights of the middle of these summer nights. That sound you're hearing is a snipe. They climb way up, and then that sound right there is the sound that their feathers make as they descend. They do these dives to get their bugs. And that's another bit of the soundtrack of my childhood, the sound of the snipes at night like this. And thrushes is the other sound that I love so much. Swans are down there, looking mythical in the mist. Black gulls doing a little night fishing. Alrighty. I'm gonna go back to bed now. Good night.